What got you into Lego in the first place?
Well, really just only having building toys as a kid, whether it was Erector, Lego, Lincoln Logs. But in my late 20s, I kind of rediscovered all my stuff at my parents' old house when they were selling their house, and just took it and started building one Thanksgiving morning, watching the parade, and I was hooked again.
Around what year would you say that was?
2011, 12.
Which was a great year for Lego.
Yes.
And that's around the time I started getting back into it, right before it really skyrocketed, and they started doing the amazing things with
And at
Star
that time,
Wars.
you could still find stuff that was 2-3 years old still on the shelf.
I remember seeing the Indiana Jones sets just hanging out in the clearance aisle for 50% off. And I'm getting distracted as we're talking, because you've got the Ewok Village there. Is that sealed?
It is.
Very hard to have this conversation when we're surrounded by such awesome Lego sets. I drove down here from Atlanta to South Florida to give you a down payment for this amazing 6-figure collection. From the looks of things, it looks like you bought everything. Was there ever a theme that you didn't buy?
Some, yes. I am a bit of a completist. Doesn't bode well for your wallet when...
Not with Lego.
No. And I'd give up on some. I started with Speed Champions, from the beginning, and then gave up, once they start turning them. Same with Brickheadz. Whenever there's a theme where they just keep machine gunning them out.
Too many.
It's tough to keep up.
So that almost could have broken your spirits as far as Lego collecting goes, when they start coming out with the unattainable.
Yeah, the
Lego
exclusivity
sets.
is kind of when you want to do everything. It all depends on how you're wired.
I'm standing right by all these boxes of CMF figures.
Yeah.
Did you have all the CMF figures?
Yep. That was one of my kids' favorite things to do, was to actually sit there and figure them out.
So they are sealed?
Yep.
Okay,
some of the sets have been opened. There were some tougher series. Unikitty was impossible.
You contacted us this summer about coming to our store and with the RV.
Yep.
And you had asked if there was a place that you could park it.
Yeah, we were going to be passing through that way, and wanted to stop in. So that's how recent the decision to sell has been.
How'd you hear about us in our store?
YouTube, actually, and Brickstar. Just having watched his videos and having seen him go to the store, on some of his store tours and stuff. You're not exactly a secret in the AFOL community.
We don't want to be.
So, yeah, there was a short list of people to contact about when I decided to sell. You guys were on the top of the list, mainly due to the size of your store and proximity.
We're going to start packing this stuff up. This is one trip of 2 that we're doing in about a month's time. We are standing here in one of 4 storage units that you have the Lego collection in. So how many hurricanes has this Lego collection survived in here?
Only 2, really. But there's been a ton of tropical
Yeah.
storms. Yeah, the big one we had back in 17 or 18, we actually came here versus staying at home. It was safer.
And it is climate controlled. This is one of the better organized Lego collections I've seen in a storage unit. Of course, normally storage units aren't climate controlled. People aren't going to hang out in there.
This is my escape. I would get up at 5 in the morning. I'd come out and hang out here. I'd table and chairs and get on the laptop and, put sets together, do whatever I wanted to do until everybody woke up, and then I'd head home. If I were closer, I would work for you.
I wish you could.
If it wasn't such a commute, and who knows, down the road we may end up that way. So,
what are some sets in here that are probably the coolest things? I mean, we do have an Ewok Village there. That's hard to ignore. But what would you say some of the best sets are that you have in here?
And best is subjective. I mean, not value-wise, but some of the sets that probably mean the most to me. Some, like 4504, one of the original Falcons.
Sealed Death Star, the UCS Sandcrawler, the UCS Millennium Falcon, the newest one. We've got quite a few modulars here. And are those all sealed sets for the most part?
There are. A couple have bad boxes, but...
Ghostbusters Firehouse there. A couple of Monster Fighters sets down there. You've got the Haunted Mansion and the Castle.
Sealed. Vampire Castle was built.
A lot of newer sets. Let's see, just going by theme, you had mentioned the Speed Champions, and those are getting pretty collectible, the first series that came out.
Yeah, the 6th Ed.
Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, I'm excited about those. And you don't have Tower of War Thank, you said.
No.
And you just weren't a huge Lord of the Rings fan, is that?
I wasn't. I actually
Okay.
didn't get into those movies actually until after, I say movies, books, until after the theme had come and gone.
And I see you've got I can see why you bought that one on the Walmart clearance sticker.
Yeah, and a lot of it was even Kmart when they were going out of business.
Oh, yeah.
I bought,
Yeah.
that was right around that time. They still had some of that. I don't know if they were finding it in the back room as they were, shutting the store down. But
Some great Ninjago sets there I'm excited to see.
yeah, those two mailers up there are the expensive Ninjago sets.
What's in there? The
That's,
Ninjago City?
City and
Gardens.
Yeah, I didn't get docks. I missed it somehow, and then when I went back to get it, it was already like $800.
And it looks like you must have about the whole series
movie, I do,
for Ninjago movie.
Yeah, Lego movie I do. Lego movie 2 I do.
I see a gem right here, the Batman Joker banner.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I am missing? Metalbeard Decal. It was one of those ones I said, we'll wait till this goes on clearance. It's expensive, and then it just disappeared. Never got it. So, and we all know what it's worth now. So, never filled that gap. But Jurassic Park, Jurassic World should be all of them.
There's the first tumbler that came out.
Yeah, that I actually found at Target. Somebody ordered it online, returned it, and it was open. So I had to take it to the counter, count all the bags, find an unboxing video.
Indominus Rex set, that's a nice one. And we are buying your Bricklink store. And we don't often buy Bricklink stores because Bricklink is such a tedious, it's kind of like the grocery business. You're selling parts for a few cents each and you're making a few cents each on them.
Paying someone to do so.
Yeah, paying somebody to sort them, paying somebody to fill orders. So there's a lot of work involved in it. But I am excited about your Bricklink collection because you've got a lot of non-production parts.
1x6 Trangella plates, 2x4s, and non-production colors.
I see these online all the time. In fact, we placed a Bricklink order from you one time, and you sent us those as freebies. And people send us freebies with Bricklink orders a lot. Usually it's like gummy bears, and I got a homemade baked cookie one time.
That's a little scary.
And I ate it.
You're still here?
You sent us non-production parts as freebies, and this was before you had contacted us, and before I knew you, and I was like, "Wow, no, this is something I can keep."
Right, yeah. And that's I had a ton of them, and a lot of times I would miss orders, and I'd get them out late because I don't get a lot of orders. So that was kind of my sorry, I forgot about you. So throw you a little bone. This is actually kind of cool. My wife made this.
She made that. Wow, that's pretty. I saw that. I was like, I don't know. I don't remember Lego making that.
Yeah, poured resin. She's an artist. So yeah, I had a Lego space decal, so she stole it from me.
That is great.
Made
That
me
is
a little
very, very cool. Do
little
we
tray.
get that?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then with the camera, I kind of skipped over everything
It's
on the
narrow
sides
here. It's
here.
tough to film.
Yeah.
Narrow and tall.
Most of these sets are sealed.
About 97-98% of them, yep.
Okay.
A few of them have been built, reboxed. The majority of them.
And what was your strategy when you were buying these sets?
Initially, we had a little city at home when we had one child. And then the second, third, fourth came and no longer had the room. So kind of moved everything here, planning on rebuilding or getting a building for it. And then just kind of got to the point where it's too expensive to store and too much stuff.
Most of the sets that you have here, you've got them all sorted by theme for the most part. And it looks like you have one of each set.
I do have one of each in the themes that I did collect: Star Wars, Harry Potter, Minecraft. Near the end, I started buying more than one, but there are a lot of other themes that I'd buy if they were on clearance or they were a deal, or I'd bought someone else's collection. A lot of City. The last 5-6 years of City, there should be one at least one of every set in there.
And is there anything that you're keeping?
No, I'm kind of an all or nothing kind of guy. I'm in or I'm out. So.
So what's your next journey after Lego?
I don't know that I'll collect anything again, but it's going to have some fun with the kids and spend some time traveling in the RV and not pay the storage bill every month. So.
Do you think it's going to be a big relief to not have a massive Lego collection anymore?
Yes and no. I mean, it is sentimental, but at the same time, you know, between storage, if I cut out what I spend on Lego monthly and what I spend on storage and insurance monthly.
So you did insure this collection?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's insured. It's a $180,000 policy.
So these are a lot of store displays here, cutouts.
I kind of got hooked on these after buying one offline. I actually traveled all over the state of Florida accumulating them. But
you traveled all over Florida to get these guys, right?
Yeah, I mean, a large portion of these came to me when Toys-R-Us went out of business here locally.
How many do you have?
30-ish. I think 32. I think I put 30 on the list because there's a couple that the case is cracked or something. So
have you ever done anything with them?
Nope. Not a thing. They were eventually. Well, eventually they were kind of going to be on display in that respective section in our store / museum, whatever we decided to do down the road. There was some plans for that. But there's 3 really good Star Wars ones in here, the big ones, that are really nice.
Yeah, I see you've got the Millennium Falcon, Star Destroyer.
And they've got this one here, I think is, which one this is? Krennic Shuttle, but they've got the bleachers with all the figures on it, which is really cool.
And there's a large collector's market for these, but I think what people do realize is that there's really nothing you could do with them except display them.
Yeah, and shipping them as a bear. These are the actual boxes they come in from Lego to the retailer.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Those 2 back there. So you'll see when you open one how well they're packaged.
I haven't even seen the boxes before.
It's insane. Yeah. And I don't think what's on the label is what's in there. The one that was in there was the one that came off the shelf, and the new one went out. But regardless, yeah, the packaging in there is made specifically for them. It's pretty high-tech stuff.
Yeah, we have people, they come to the store, they bring them to the store, and they're like, hey, look what I've got.
Yeah.
I want $100 for it. I'm like, I like it a lot. Yep. Don't get me wrong. I just don't know what to do with it.
I mean, the Destiny's Bounty, that's a great one. The 3 Star Wars ones, I mean, some of those, you know, I paid upwards of $400 or $500 for it. But, you know, this is an older Star Wars one.
Yeah.
Before they were acrylic. That's nice.
I actually have the UCS, the first UCS X-Wing from the early 2000s display box. They built half of it, and they've got a mirror behind it, so it looks like the whole thing's there.
Oh, yeah.
And it's filthy and dirty, and there's a dead bug inside, and it's just been on my list of things to clean up. Yeah. I could see that being worth a good bit of money.
And they're not easy to get apart. I think the top is screwed. The bottom is riveted, but they can be removed, but there's wiring for the electronic. You gotta be super, and you need like a micro computer screwdriver. I have had 1 or 2 apart to put a piece back on. It is a process, but they changed the style to now. I
think in any of our dream homes or dream stores, these are all over the place, you know.
Oh, absolutely. And
I don't think it's ever going to happen to me.
It pains me to think about how many of these have met the compactor at Target.
Oh, I know, because that's what they're supposed to do with them.
Yeah, I was able to purchase these as well, so these are pretty cool.
Yeah, these are really neat. I'm going to probably reach out to some people who do conventions and see if they would like to use these for their conventions. They're the Lego dump bins, and they have these plates to play on them. And they're in great condition, even though you used them for your nonprofit conventions.
We used them at events.
Yeah. And you've got one more storage locker over here. You want to show us what's in that one?
Absolutely. This is loose brick for the most part. This one houses mostly loose brick, sorted brick, unsorted brick, minifigure parts, small sets. Some sorted, some clean, some just sorted, some not even touched.
So how many pounds of sorted and clean brick do you have?
Oh, without looking at the list I sent you, there's probably, I think total was somewhere around 2,000 pounds.
2,000 pounds.
Probably, I think 700-800 of it is sorted and cleaned. And that's a lot of hours of watching reruns and
yeah, you know though,
that's what that lamp is for.
There's not a lot else I'd rather do. I mean,
oh no, it's fun. It is.
And then you've got bins of minifigures here.
Those are all incomplete. The next tote down is nothing but Cmf duplicates. Events we do CMF trading events where people come out and we just swap.
That sounds like fun.
Kids would come out, looking for one, and we could do a small event that way. Just set up 3-4 tables and.
These are all complete CMF sets.
That whole tote is complete CMF
So you've got like a complete set of
the German football team is in there.
The German football team.
The Olympic team is in there.
How many minifigures would you guess you got here?
1,950, 1,940,
It's almost
something like
2,000.
almost 2,000.
These are sealed sets with their bags, but you don't have boxes.
Correct. Yep.
And you had like 400 of those, maybe?
Yeah, I think there was about 400 complete sets, and there's some good old sets in there.
I know a guy that's got empty boxes.
And then there's also many pounds of incomplete sets that are missing. They're still sealed when they go bags, but missing a bag or two.
These are sorted parts. Mostly minifigure parts?
All minifigure parts.
So I noticed the racetrack. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, that's from Derby Magic here in Florida. It's Pinewood Derby track that they make kind of an adapter for. It's a metal brick that has Pinewood Derby wheels on it.
You've got those.
Some in that small box with the white. So we would give the kids 2 of those and a base plate. Yes. Believe it or not, this is one of the fastest cars on record. Built by my 6-year-old son.
For 2 reasons. Number one, it's aerodynamic. the wind goes right around it.
And it's heavy.
It's heavy.
It is a tank, but he beats everybody with this one.
Got 2 other racetracks and another storage locker that has those 2 other racetracks, and then like Lego lighting displays from Toys-R-Us.
Yep, the LED light boxes that framed their Toys-R-Us's Lego section.
All right, I think we're going to get packing up here. All right, we just got done making a down payment on this collection. We just loaded up a small trailer and minivan, and we're going to come back with a box truck, like a moving truck, to get the rest in a few weeks. Just to give you a scale of what we got here, we loaded this 6x12 trailer here, and it goes all the ways in the back. Brian, what do you think? We got 1,000 sets in there, maybe?
Probably, yeah.
We were worried about the weight of the trailer being too heavy to take it back. And then we've got quite a few extra things in here, like the minifigures and stuff like that, stuff I want to keep close. And to give you an example of the scale of this collection, I feel like we hardly made a dent in the storage locker. We took certain themes, got all the Speed Champions, the modular sets there, got a couple shelving units, so we've got a place to put the stuff when we bring it back to the store. We got the Lego Batman movie things and the Christmas stuff, and that's pretty much it. If you look over here at where all the bulk Lego was, it looks like we hardly made a dent there, but we did take all those bulk bins back to the store. And then we've got all the promotional items in here we still haven't touched yet. So I think we're going to need a pretty big truck.
That didn't seem like 5 hours of work.
Yeah, well, when you're playing with Lego, time flies. But yeah, there was. It took about 5 hours to pack that up. So, Brian, thank you.
Absolutely.
We'll see you in a few weeks.
I'll get some boxed up for you while you're gone.
You'll have it all boxed up. Okay, great. We got it on video. Right, after leaving at 3 o'clock in the morning, we're back here at the store, and we've already gotten a lot of stuff unpacked from the collection. This is like all the elf sets, and you see our elf section up there. We're gonna have to rearrange some things and make room for them. We've got the Brickheadz. I brought these home and was able to get them all priced to go out for sale. There's probably a couple hundred Brickheadz here. Angry Birds, Scooby-Doo. As we were unpacking this, we sold 5 sets. We sold the Home Alone set, one of the Mystery Machines, one of the older Speed Champions sets. We still do have one Mystery Machine left. but I don't think that's gonna last through Christmas. And all the Lord of the Rings sets are ready, the Marvel sets are ready, and we have put a lot of them out on our shelves for sale. We tried to fill in the spots up there with them. We got the modulars out for sale, and we're gonna try to get the rest of the sealed sets out for sale today. The bulk Lego, we've already started processing that, and we've already dumped some out on our table. Our pick-a-brick table is looking nice and full now. And we have got new shelving units that we got from the locker. So these are the units, the shelving units that were actually in Bryan's storage locker. We've got them set up in the store here so we can have more room for all these sets that we've got. But just keep in mind, we only got like 5 to 10% of the set. So when we go back down, we're gonna have to make more room in the store for the rest of the collection. We've got a lot of work to do over the next couple weeks. Also keep in mind, this is part 1 of the video. Part 2, hopefully Justin's gonna come down with us, help us pack this up and make a better video. So stay tuned for part 2 of this big collection purchase. Comment, let us know what you like. If you like something here, we do intend on putting everything online for sale. You can go to our website and buy it. You can call the store, have us ship it to you. Or you can just stop by the store and see it for yourself.
Wow, what an amazing haul! The biggest haul in the store's history. Crazy! Now I know what you're thinking. Justin, be real with us. Come on. How much did you pay for that? Well, if you saw the thumbnail, then you probably already know we paid over $100,000 for this collection. Now, I want to be clear on this. The Atlanta Brick Co. does not have $100,000 just lying around. Chris doesn't wake up every morning tripping over bags of money. He had to finance this. And Chris knows what he's doing. He has a master's degree in business administration with an emphasis in finance. So he knows how to make money work for him, and he was able to figure out how to finance this huge Lego collection in a way where both Bryan and he walked away happy from the deal. So, like Chris mentioned, this was only a tiny percentage of the overall haul. We've got to go back soon and get the rest of it. If you want to see more content like this, click around on stuff we've got. We've got plenty of haul videos. We've got plenty of all kinds of videos. So sit down, stay a while, grab some eggnog, have a candy cane, relax. Watch some more videos if you've got the time. To those of you who are subscribed, mwah! We love you, and we thank you very, very much. We will see you guys very soon, and look for that second video to come out. Hope you're having a wonderful new year, and we will see you soon.